To say you gotta know somebody, or know somebody to give somewhere these days. To say you know that's alright, yeah that's alright, cause you know that's alright with me. Yeah, you know that's alright, yeah that's alright, cause you know that's alright.
How do you get paid to buy houses? I didn't even know the slide was in here, but I'll tell you real quick, because Jeremy and I, we don't have jobs. We don't have paychecks coming in, okay? So we need money. We need chunky money from time to time. We need to get checks. We have families we have to take care of. And both of us live pretty average, frugal lives, but we need money. We don't have jobs, okay? So one of the ways that we get paid is what we call wholesale to yourself, okay? Here's a quick example of how it works. We bought a house in Lansdale like a year ago. Is a good example for a wholesale yourself deal. I bought the house, was like $70,000 I paid for it. And it was in pretty bad shape, and it needed about $25,000 in repairs. Okay? So $70,000 plus closing costs plus $25,000 in repairs, I need $100,000 to borrow on this house. I figured that this particular property would be worth somewhere around maybe $160,000 when it was finished. Okay? When it was finished, the comps were there, pretty good comps at that range. So I could have easily borrowed $100,000, fixed the house up, and sold it, made $60,000. Okay? But I'm not all about that. I'm a buy and hold guy. It's a decent asset. It's a good rental property in a nice area. I want to keep it. I think it's something that fits what I deem as a good property, something I'll be proud of to own 10 years from now, something that I'll rent no problem, something that the tenants are going to be happy to be able to live in, and they're going to pay the rent. So it's something that fits my needs as a landlord, and I like this particular property as a business. So I don't want to flip it. I'm buying it for $70,000. There's plenty of room in this deal, so I could just wholesale the house, right? For those of you who don't know what wholesaling is, you get a house under contract for $70,000. You sell the contract to somebody else for $10,000. So they buy it for $80,000, okay? And I put $10,000 in my pocket, okay? There's probably people in here who do it all the time. Wholesaling, it's a great way to make money, you know? So you got wholesaling, you got flipping. There's two things I could have done with this house, and that's probably what most real estate investors would do with this house. Okay, what Jeremy and I are going to do with this house is we're going to do what we call wholesaling to yourself. Very simple. I'm going to go to a private investor. I need $70,000 to buy the house. I got closing costs, and I need $25,000 in repairs to fix this house up. I'm going to go to a private investor. I'm going to prepare the forms I showed you earlier with the comps. I'm going to prove to him that it's going to cost, that the comps are going to be about $160,000. I'm going to prove to my private investor that I can fix this thing up for $25,000 because I know numbers, and I'll get a few quotes from contractors before I raise the money. I'm going to tell the private lender, I'm buying it for $70,000, it got closing costs, it got $25,000 in repairs, I want to borrow $110,000. A bank would never do that. In a million years, a bank would lend you $54,000 on this house. But a private investor won't have a problem lending me $110,000 on this house, and didn't. I easily raised the money for it. He got $5,000, I got $5,000, and we got to keep the real estate deal, and we got to fix it up, and we rented it, and it's making a nice profit. I think we rent that thing for what, $15.50 a month. So,
and the tax benefit.
Yeah, and more than covers the $110,000. The $110,000 at 7% interest is like $600 and something. Okay, so taxes, insurance, throw it all in there. This house makes like $500 a month.
How about the $10,000? How's that treat?
Oh, I'm getting to that. The $10,000 is tax-free because it's not income. It's a loan. All I really did was borrow a little bit of the equity now and keep the other $50,000 in equity right there. Let it stay there. Let it grow a little bit. Maybe I'll sell it in 10 years when that $50,000 is now $130,000, okay? Right back to the picture on the front cover of the book. Good quality properties. Pile them up. Collect them, right? Play Monopoly. Keep the good ones. Get rid of the bad ones. There's deals we find sometimes. We don't necessarily want to own them. Maybe they're in neighborhoods that just aren't for us or too far away or whatever. Whatever the reason is. We'll flip those properties. We'll wholesale them. You know, and if you guys are on my list, sometimes they're great deals out there. So make sure you name an emails on my Addicted to Real Estate website so I can send, you'll get these deals. I don't send out a ton of them, but I send them out, all right? So it just, you know, it goes to show you that, like, this is how you can quit your job and get paid to do this stuff, okay? Get paid. People say, oh, I don't believe you could buy houses with none of your own money. I said, well, then you're never going to believe that we get paid to buy them. You're never going to believe that part, okay? We do it all the time. We do it so often that occasionally we will buy a house with none of our own money, but we don't get paid to buy it. And you want to know something? We're not happy with that deal. We're sometimes, we can't afford to. We don't have jobs. We need income coming in, okay? We have to get paid to buy houses. So that's why all of our time is spent looking for amazing deals. You got to find a good real estate deal in order to make that happen, okay? So I'll tell you a little bit about some of the things that we have available to help you guys, okay? All of these topics tonight that we're talking about, I'm brushing over them pretty quickly, but I think everybody here, you know, you look pretty, like, you guys look like you know what you're doing, right? And you probably get the concepts. It's not that hard. It's easy. This is easy business, right? The contracts are complicated, okay? One of the things that you're going to need in this business, if you want to go out and do subject to deals or seller finance deals, or if you want to raise private money, you need some paperwork. 25 years of paying attorneys to draft paperwork for me. He's been in the business 15 years, so put it together, it's a heck of a lot of years. 40 years of both of us paying attorneys. We got to a point where we basically compiled every kind of contract that you would need to do these kind of deals, right? We went in and both of us were guys, even though, you know, he's not an attorney, he's practically like an attorney. And, you know, both of us would revise these contracts to suit investors' needs. So what we have now is a complete collection of every kind of contract that you would need to do these kind of deals, all right? So we provide you with all these contracts. We also provide you with all the education you need to do these kind of deals. So here's how a buyer's briefcase works. We have 12 different techniques. Thanks, Zach, if you bring that up. We have 12 different techniques that we buy houses with, okay? And some of the techniques, the three I talked about tonight, all right? Private money subject to seller financing. But what really happens is you end up doing a combination of these deals. You could combine private money with seller financing, or private money with subject to, or seller financing. There's all kinds of scenarios that will come up. If you're out beating the street like we are, these scenarios will present themselves to you. And you'll know it, you just won't know exactly how to put a subject to together with private money, that kind of thing. Okay? So what we give you is you get an audio CD for every one of the 12 topics, explaining to you how to do it. Pop it in your car when you're driving. Listen to it and learn it. We give you a DVD, okay? These are videos that Jeremy and I produced. Some of them are, you know, over an hour long. Some of them are 25 minutes. It depends on the complexity of the topic, okay? We give you our briefcase, which comes with a workbook, so you can read all about it, and there's examples and things in here that can help you to understand them better. And then the most important, valuable thing is the contracts, okay? So every type of deal, we package together the contracts for you. So all you have to do is go in there and go, okay, on this kind of deal, I need this, 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 and this. We give you a list, a concise list, so you know exactly what you need, okay? So you don't need to buy the whole buyer's briefcase. Any one of these topics that you're interested in. Seller financing, subject to private money, $297. We'll give you the DVD, the workbook, the audio CD, and the contracts, okay? You know, some people are interested in several of them. So if you're interested in several of them, we'll give you 3 of them, not any 3. We have certain pieces that we package together. $497, and you can get any 3 that you want. You can always come back and buy more later if you want. It's fine with us. Doesn't matter to us. Some people don't want to buy the whole briefcase. If you buy the whole briefcase, that's the best value. You know, $19.97, you get the whole briefcase. And we don't expect anybody to stroke a $2,000 check. You know, if you're interested in it, we provide seller financing. $200 a month, 10 months, you got the package, okay? If you give us $200 tonight, you can walk out of here with the whole thing. Let me tell you how we came up with designing this thing. For years I was thinking about what kind of product could I develop. There's all these gurus out there that are selling all this garbage, okay? And I thought, what is it that I have in my possession that's truly valuable? Well, the knowledge in my head, and then I had this bag in my back seat. It wasn't quite as organized as this, but it was, I used to call it, that's Phil's bag, you know? We thought that would be a terrible name for a product, Phil's bag. But what was in the bag was incredibly valuable, because that's, what the bag was for was, I had all my contracts in there. So if I was going off to an appointment in the morning and the opportunity presented itself to close the deal right then and there, I grabbed Phil's bag and I knew inside that bag I had everything to close the deal. We're all salespeople in this business, okay? You got to close deals. You can't close deals if you don't have the contracts, right? You can't. You could write it on the back of a napkin. I've tried that. Sometimes that works, but this is much more professional. That's basically, you know, what you get from us. And if you guys are interested in learning more about it, you can check the stuff out tonight. It's out there. $200, you can walk out of here with it tonight. Anybody who buys the whole briefcase, we've got some bonus items that we throw in. We give you a money-back guarantee on it. We have workshops all the time we charge $100 for. We'll give you 2 free passes to our workshops. We usually do about 4 of them a year. We have a bi-weekly coaching call. You can get that. That's, you know, signed copies of our books. Jeremy has a book out there. I have a book as well. So we throw in free entry to these meetings, the next month's meeting, and total savings of $500. So if anybody's interested and you buy the whole briefcase tonight, we'll give you all of this stuff. We'll throw it in. And we're going to be hanging out tonight. Zach and Allison are up there. You can check out the products. You guys have any questions for us? We're going to hang out. We're going to go downstairs and maybe have a couple of beers. So thanks a lot for coming out tonight. And we'll be here. Thanks.